Many years of corroding our constitutional order have contributed to the polarization and the viciousness that are poisoning our politics more broadly. We all know that our civic health and our civic life is not healthy, and as was mentioned at the beginning of the hearing, it's at least good that this one got kicked off without a bunch of yokels having to be arrested and carried from the room. When Chairman Grassley tried to speak a couple years ago at one of these, it took like an hour to get started. That kind of nonsense, the theatrics that happen at these hearings, are because of a broader problem. As textualists and originalists have sought to return the court to its historic role, the Supreme Court nomination process has been increasingly punctuated with not just those theatrics, but also with lots of personal attacks. That's not what this process is supposed to be. This process is supposed to be a careful, thorough investigation of a nominee's record to help the Senate make an informed decision on a nominee's fitness for a lifetime appointment. That's why these hearings are supposed to be different, not because people act like jackwagons, but because the people before us, nominated by the president, are potentially going to serve for a lifetime. That office, as Supreme Court Justice, is incredibly important, yet it's also carefully circumscribed precisely because it's a lifetime responsibility. But we know that it's been a long time since this process has worked like that. Instead, this is often a staging ground for nasty, evidence-free personal attacks. We started down this road of character assassination in the 1980s with Judge Bork's hearings, and senators have been engaged in disgusting theatrics ever since. The most recent Supreme Court nominee was subjected to repeated accusations that were nothing more than unfiltered religious bigotry against her. The nominee before her was accused of serial rape, aided by members of this committee. If this process were conducted in good faith, Miguel Estrada and Janice Rogers Brown might well be on the Supreme Court today, but their opponents lied and bullied rather than accepted principled minority judges. We've gotten so used to this kind of bullying that 2 years ago, the current Senate Majority Leader stood on the steps of the United States Capitol and screamed threats against 2 sitting justices of the Supreme Court that they would, quote, reap the whirlwind if they ruled in a way that didn't align with Chuck Schumer's political preferences. That's weird. We should all be able to pause and say, that's weird. That kind of behavior shouldn't happen. This process is broken, but it's a product of a broader brokenness in the erosion of our constitutional structure. A lot of people are willing to take a sledgehammer to the structure if it offers them a quick political win, and it's no coincidence that as more of us embrace an ends justifies the means philosophy of our jobs, which are supposed to be jobs of public trust, our politics becomes uglier, more brutal, and more pathological.